Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even buy.
Go back to the uniforms, you probably fucked up. Yeah, go back to the uniform, Chris. Go back to your uniform. You probably fucked up. I know it was a glitch. No. Yeah, I got on blue.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry here for J.J. Taylor. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the option right is Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Ready.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the draw is Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run once more with Taylor. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be sacked. strike. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
No score after one on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 26. 56 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On play action, Lance rolling to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. Tucker's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
The
teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Open man is Uzomah. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 6 yards left on second down. To the air again, Fields. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Lance. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez Scantling. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jermichael Hasty, a 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You don't deserve anything
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Fields on 1st down.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Fields throwing again.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Yeah, that's over here too.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe.
No, my game been lagging too.
Attempt here, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A final shot before the break. Fields. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime, because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
A gain of 3, second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Running left, Taylor. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. J.J. Taylor scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On second down, it's Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And the Raiders have got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Lance. That's into the hands of Edwards. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15 he goes. 47 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Jermichael Hasty, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise, they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going for it with the option right. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Little read option, the end result, the 1st down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on fourth.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Fields. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Denzel Ward. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. And not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On first down, it's Fields. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Maurice Hurst. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Fields. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Here's Fields. Left side complete to Lockett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now it's Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They snap it to Fields. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And this will be caught by Edwards. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, Fields. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields now to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Fields. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Out of the gun, Fields. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Raiders. C.J. Uzomah. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for right, and he finds him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Lance. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Bryan Edwards from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lance going to try to throw for this. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Chargers, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.
I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best.